Having good hip mobility is key for all aspects of your BJJ game, from throwing to attacking, escaping, and even butt scooting if that's your thing. Today I'm going to take you through 3 movements that are the 80-20 of hip mobility for BJJ. These moves combine into a little flow that you can then do back and forth before and after you train. As well, we also have a more comprehensive resource on our website, and you can find the link right under this video. Poor hip mobility can hinder your movements and lead to something I get asked all the time from my fellow jiu-jitsu practitioners.
Ryan, my back hurts. What should I do? Oh God.
Focus on your hip mobility. That's because looser hips means less pain, which leads to better jiu-jitsu. The first move is a 90-90 hip switch. Now, in order to get this down, we're first just going to take a look at the 90-90. Levi's going to bring his right leg back into the side. Now, it's kind of puts him into a 90-90 position. That's why it's called a 90-90. Now, depending on your level of mobility here, you're either going to have to pull your foot closer to you or you could be fine. Now, from this position, we'd like Levi to turn slightly so that his chest is over the thigh. Nice. Both hands are going to come to the side of his leg, and with chest up, he's going to pulse, go to the end range of his mobility there for 5 pulses. 3, 4, and 5. He's going to hold here. This is just holding for, 20 to 30 seconds. And the focus here is rather than trying to get your chest to your thigh, instead, focus on your belly button and pulling your belly button forward. This is going to take you deeper into this stretch. We can go to the opposite side, and the way we're going to do that is with the switch. So because Levi is going to his right, he's going to bring his right hand up, keeping his feet in place, the knees come up, and he lets his knees drop to the floor on the opposite side. You might not be able to get your butt to the floor. Don't worry about that. You don't want to force it. The last thing we want to do is force something and actually injuring yourself. Again, in this position, he's going to bring his chest up. Hands are to the side. He's going to pulse 5 times into the position. Hold this 20 to 30 seconds. Now, this hip switch is something that you can actually play around with and just do. This is a great movement, but by adding in this extra stretch over the leg here, it's going to further improve your mobility as well as control. That's going to carry over, help you with your BJJ. Now our next movement is the kneeling lunge, and I'm going to ask you to transition into the kneeling lunge from your 90-90. Now this transition is also going to further improve your mobility. It's going to help you to chain these movements together. The focus is on just bringing the knee up over the foot and using your hands in order to pop yourself up into this lunge position. What we're after is making sure that we keep the knee over the ankle when we start. You're going to have your hip over your knee and your toes are going to be up and back. Now the next order of business is squeezing your butt as tight as you can. This allows pelvic tilt. You're now going to feel it all the way from your quad, hip flexor, up towards the core and keeping your chest up. Levi's going to use 5 pulses, just like you did with that last movement, going to the end range. And they're not these huge movements. And the reason why is because you're squeezing your butt. What we're after is being safe and not overdoing it. Really focus on that squeeze. After 5 pulses, you're holding it for 30 seconds, 20 to 30 seconds. Then you can back out of it and then do it again. A little variation is going to go a little deeper for you, keeping the chest up. Now he's going to raise his arm and then pulse into it. This is going to give a deeper stretch all the way out through the lats. Depending on how you do this, you can add in a little bit of a side bend to it, further hit the hip flexor and open things up. 5 pulses, hold 20 to 30 seconds. Be sure to do both sides. Before we get into the next move, be sure to check out our website for a more complete BJJ mobility guide covering shoulders, neck, and back, plus injury prevention. For the last movement, again, you're going to transition and go into what we call the modified twisting bear. Going to place the hand down to the floor. In this case, Levi has his left leg forward, so his right hand goes to the floor. His right leg is going to extend in the back, and he's going to twist towards the camera now. Good. Okay, nice. Now, Go easy when you do this. This can be tough. You're really going to feel it in the hips. Yeah? Okay. You're going to try and pulse by dropping the hips down to the floor. Just a little bit's fine. 5 times. Hold it right there. Now bring your chest up for me. Nice. Okay. Now, a couple of things while Levi's holding this. You might not be able to keep your legs straight, and that's perfectly fine. Bending the leg so that the knee is on the ground is going to put you in a safe position to allow you to get into the position. Twisting in jiu-jitsu is so common. We want to be able to get into this twisting position safely, further improve our mobility so that when someone's on top of you and you're having to twist out of it, you don't mess yourself up, right? That's what we're after. And once again, this time his hand comes down to the floor, extending the leg in the back. Now I want you to try and keep the leg straight. Slowly twist by dropping your heel to the floor. Good. There you go. That's it. Okay? And this is great. I don't want you to think it has to be this way. You might have poor mobility, and that's why you're watching this video. It's not just a matter of trying to get the hips to the floor, but finding a position where you feel the stretch. That's the most important thing. Are you getting better a little bit each day? That's really all that matters. All right, come out of that. Good job, brother. All right, quickly, I want to show you how you can put this all together. Now, get into your 90-90 position. You're going to bring your chest over your thigh, hands on the side, pulsing 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hold that in range. Let's pretend we held that for 30 seconds. Awesome, good job. We're going to switch to the opposite side, nice and slow. Twisting so that my chest is over my thigh, hands to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, holding this 20 to 30 seconds. I'm done here. So now I can go into this general kneeling lunge position. I can pull my foot forward so that I can walk myself up, knee over the ankle, hip over the knee, toes are up and back, chest is up, pelvic tilt by squeezing my butt, pulsing forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, holding this in range 20 to 30 seconds. Then I'm going to go directly into the next movement. I'll come back and perform that general kneeling lunge in a second. I can put the hand down right by my foot here. I extend my leg in back. I twist my heel to the floor as I drop into this twisting bear position. 2, 3, 4, and 5, holding this 20 to 30 seconds. I can come out of it. I then switch, and this time I can go directly into this twisting bear, dropping the heel to the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, holding this 20 to 30 seconds. I then come back to place my knee on the ground, which puts me into the opposite side kneeling lunge, squeezing the hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, holding 20 to 30 seconds, and I can be done. Now there's any number of ways you can do this, but the cool thing is by adding in these transitions, it's also going to help you to get better at moving in and out of positions, something that's also necessary for BJJ. Bring awareness into everything that you're doing. It's not just a matter of doing the stretch. How are you doing that stretch? How are you moving? Are you being safe? That's what's really the most important thing here, to keep you healthy and keep you on the mats so you can roll. And there you have it. Use this 3-move hip mobility combo before and after your jiu-jitsu training to help loosen up your hips so you don't experience back pain. And be sure to share this video with your fellow BJJ practitioners to help them stay on the mats pain-free.